I'm State Senator Tracy McCreery. This week in the Missouri State Senate, we really perfected lots of bills and third read a lot of bills. The new majority floor leader is really keeping things moving. So I'm not sure that that's a good thing necessarily, but kudos to the floor leader. This week, filibustered initiative petition reform House Joint Resolution. I am opposed to this resolution in its current form because it would raise the threshold to 60%. Right now, it's a simple majority for voters to be able to impact or make changes to the Constitution. This reform would move the threshold to 60%. So I think it makes it much harder for Missourians to have their values reflected in the state constitution. So I was a part of that filibuster this week. A couple of really good bills passed out of the Senate. The senator from Scott had a bill that would allow for a birth certificate to be given for free to a survivor of relationship violence. That might not seem like a big deal, but the reality is often when domestic violence victims flee their home, they don't have a chance to bring all of their important paperwork with them. So this is a one-time thing that would allow them to get a birth certificate so they can start to get their personal lives in order. And the senator from Scott was open to allowing me to put an amendment on that bill that would allow for homeless youth to have a free photo ID. So I think those are just things that we can do to help those in our communities that are vulnerable. Another bill that passed out the Senate this week, the senator from Clay had a bill that would ban anything from happening without patient consent as it relates to examination. Right now in the state of Missouri, things can happen to a patient who's unconscious or under anesthesia without the patient's consent. The senator from Clay's bill simply says that patients have to give consent before different types of examinations happen on them. Probably the most important weeks for the legislature is coming up. The House is finishing up their version of the budget right now. The budget will soon move over to the state Senate. Although we're in session from January to the middle of May, I could make an argument that the most important thing we do as elected officials is to form the state budget. Just like your budget in your homes, the budget is really a moral document, and how we choose to spend our money or not spend our money is a reflection of our values. So that'll be something that the senators will be focused on between now and early May when we have to have things completed. Thanks for tuning in.